Hello guys, and welcome to today's video. In today's video I'm going to be telling you a bit about why I create content and my setup for filming content with ease. So if you've ever thought about being a content creator, filming movies, anything to do with cinematography, then this one's for you. So without further ado, let's get into this video. So I'm going to run you all through this, but let's start with a story first, where this all started. This all started when I was about 12. I watched Scream for the first time. It's a horror movie, and it was just different. It was different than all the other movies that I watched. It was one of the first horror movies I ever saw, and it just inspired me in some sort of way to create a horror movie for myself. So what I ended up doing was I ended up using the family camcorder. I wasn't supposed to, but I snuck it, and I was filming just random stuff. And the first thing I ever filmed was me grabbing the phone and doing the little bit from the movie Scream where the main character would pick up the phone and said, "Who's this?" And then the killer was on the other line and said, "Hello, Sydney." And it was just the start of me being really interested in creating film. And I just liked the idea of putting an idea on to the screen and having something to show for it. Fast forward to now and recent times, my first big thing I ended up going into was sales, actually. So I invested in a course to learn sales, and I like the persuasion aspect of sales and the problem solving, the ability and the opportunity to solve someone's problem on the phone, and then in turn make a sale and make profit, make a living off of it. I enjoyed sales, and I still enjoy sales, but I didn't mind it. It was fun, but it wasn't something I was super proud of. And I had to think, and I thought back to when I was 12, where I got that camcorder for the first time, and I thought, well, I enjoyed that, and I also enjoy solving people's problems, solving my own problems as well, obviously. So I thought, what about content creation, where I can film the problems that I solved, film the solutions that I found, and help other people in the process. So I ended up investing in a course to learn content creation and personal branding, which the personal branding is basically me learning problems, figuring out solutions, and then helping other people figure out the solutions to their problems with the solutions that I found, and making a living off of that. So I ended up working on that, fine-tuning some things, figuring out what works for me, along with the content that's in the course that I invested in. So that's basically how I got here, in a nutshell. So I'm going to run you guys through my process of how I film the content and how I solve the problems to create the subject matter that's in the content. So let's run through this with you. So it basically starts with pain. I come across something that I'm struggling with, and I have to sit down, and even though it's super hard sometimes, the past couple weeks I've been really dealing with some stuff, and in order to keep life going, you need to sit down and try to solve things the best you can. The the best way I find to solve things, you need to breathe, because when you're going through things, you forget to breathe sometimes because you're so concerned with trying to figure out things. So you need to sit and breathe and just be by yourself for a bit, because that's when the thoughts come in that you need. It doesn't come in when other people are sitting. Maybe somebody can give you some advice, but the true difference that you can make in life and the true things that you can figure out come in solitude. When you're sitting by yourself, when you go by yourself to the gym and have a workout, you have your music in, that's when the solutions come up, because you're feeling good and then you get inspired. So that's where the creation starts. After that, we go into the office where we are right now. I write stuff on pads of paper. I'll write stuff in the notes on my computer. And I don't like to fully script things, but I'll make notes, little bullet points of the subject matter that I want to put in the video. This video is on the fly. It's all just up here. It's all inspired by flow state. I know what I do, and I'm just telling you guys. So this video, to be right out there, it's not even bullet pointed. I'm doing this right off the top of my head. So yeah, you just jot down your information, and the thing is, you need to jot it down and get that idea written out on a piece of paper in your notes right away, or else that idea can leave you. That's the key. So once you have your video scripted out and bullet points, you got to have a HQ for all your tech and everything, because it makes it easier and more enjoyable when everything's organized. And this right here is organization to the fullest. We got a board with everything I need to film. I have the stand and mic set up right now. Usually the stand would go here, mic right there. But we have my light here if I need any lighting when I'm on the fly. Super portable. We have a bunch of stands here, some lighting, some bags for anything. I got some lenses in there for the phone. And then I got my new drone that I just invested in. This bad boy right here. You're gonna see some content with this pretty soon. And yeah, you gotta invest. This is part of the investment. When it comes to content creation, you're gonna have to invest. I wouldn't invest like everything all at once, because this took me a while to add up. But once you're going, you can basically treat the process of you going along your journey of a content creator. You can invest in one thing at a time and use it as a reward for staying in that journey and progressing. So yeah, this is basically the setup here. You got the desk there. I got a shelf up here. Here's my laptop if I'm editing on the fly. A bag that I can put everything in. Bag for the laptop. So it's super crucial that you have a little setup that has all your stuff in one spot, so you're not running around trying to dig things out of a bag that's sitting in the corner somewhere. Super important. And then it's also good, since you're going to be making content, and sometimes you have to rush a deadline if you have videos coming out a regular day. Just like today, I'm rushing it. I'm putting this video out the same day, so it helps having everything organized. If you're into fitness like me and make fitness content too, it's good to have a little workout area to work out in, so you can get your workout in quick whilst making your content, so you're not getting dragged away. So I have a little workout area right next to the content stuff, and that makes everything so easy to make content. And I'm gonna wrap this up to give you guys some info. If you guys are feeling stuck making content, you don't know what to make, and you just feel kind of lost. It's like you have that sense of like imposter syndrome. You're just making stuff to make stuff. Well, this is what I've learned in the program that I've been in, and my mentor in the program, he taught me this, and I'm learning it for myself a lot when I'm doing things. If you're stuck on something to make, just have a quick look at people that you look up to and what they have already made. You can either get inspiration from stuff that they've already done and make it your own, or you can do what I've done today. What is the biggest thing in my life that I'm working on, and my biggest obstacle, my biggest situation that I'm working on or continuing to get better. And I didn't have an idea for a video until like 15 minutes ago, I think. Something like that. And I just thought for a sec. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to show anyone that wants to know how to create content my process, because that's what I'm working on. And it just makes sense. You have to just stop, think for a sec. Just sit in silence. You know, if someone's beside you and they're talking, to say, I'm going to take a sec. I need to think. I need to think about life. I need to think about the direction I want to take this. And then I'll be back with you in a sec. Do it for yourself. You know, if you're forcing yourself to keep on going when you need that second of solitude to figure things out, it's not going to serve the people that really want your time for you to just push through and be anxious. It's best just to take that time for yourself, collect, and then come back as a king with the man with the plan. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed already, subscribe, because I put 2 videos out every single week. You don't want to miss them. I'll see you guys in the next one. Let's own this shit. Boom! I'll see ya.